Well, hello and welcome back to my page. My name is Jeff. I'll be your host for this video where I review games for the MetaQuest 2, 3, and 3S for people 50 and up. And the reason I do this is I'm 60. My wife is, I'm 62. My wife is approaching 60. And we've been playing the Quest 2 and Quest 3 ever since they came out. We bought them before they were even available. We purchased one and they had to ship it to us because they weren't even out for sale at stores or anything at that time. So we've been playing as close to, well, this fall will be 5 years, so 4.5 years now. And we love the Quest 2 and 3 and VR games in general. But every time we went to look for a review about a game on either YouTube or on Facebook, the people doing it were easily 20, 30, and even 40 years younger than us. And they do a good job for people their own age. But once you reach 50, 60, 70, and 80, your opinion about what is fun is different than when it was when you were 20, 30, and 40. Now you may have aches and pains and children and grandchildren and bills and, just simple life things. So things like I thought were fun when I was 20 and 30, I definitely don't find fun anymore in my 60s. And things I find now fun in my 60s, I might not have found fun back when I was 20 or 30. So that's why we make this page. So today is Warplanes Corp. Now this is the third of the trilogy. There was Airplanes World War I fighters, then there was Airplanes World War II over the Pacific fighters, and now this is a more modern day Warplanes Corp. So each one is a time period, and each one you're flying a plane. Of course, in Airplanes World War I, you're flying a plane from World War I, and then the second one you're World War II, and now this is more modern day. And they're basically all the same kind of thing, just different planes that you're working with. So let's go on to this. So here we are. This is Corp, and you have your settings. You got your controls you can change, single player, multiplayer, cloud save, everything the basics. So let's go into single player. And I played this just a little bit, and I found it extremely fun. So basically, you have two different, when you start, you have either a helicopter or you have a plane, and you can choose which one you want. Let's start with the plane since I'm change status, active. Yep, let's change the status to closed. Okay, so we're going to start with the plane because I'm more used to flying planes. It is extremely difficult to fly the helicopter until you get really, really used to the sensitivity of the stick. So it's fun, but it will take you time to learn it. So you have training missions. I've finished 2 out of the 15 training missions that they have. And let's see. Let's go to fighter and aircraft carrier. Let's start. So this is basically a training mission. And then as you go through the game, you'll actually be going up against other planes.
Pilot. I'm an onboard AI. My primary task is to report the status of onboard systems and inform you about potential threats. I've been also equipped with many useful training programs. In this training session, you will learn how to pilot and maneuver the aircraft. Grab the yoke with your virtual hand and move it in all directions. Additional steering adjustment of the aircraft tail is located on your left thumbstick. Move the left thumbstick left and right to operate the rudder. To increase or decrease speed, use the throttle on your left. You can also move the right thumbstick on your controller up and down. You are about to take off. Push the throttle forward and reach appropriate takeoff speed as displayed on your monitor. Pull yoke and take off. Airborne. To continue your mission, retract the landing gear. Push the blinking button in your cockpit panel.
Whoa! You gotta watch what you're doing. So then it always goes to black and it'll get
Fly
you
through
out
the markers.
there. And here's where you guys learn to fly a plane. And I can speed it up or I can slow it down. And basically I'm using the thing in front of me, which you know, you're just
That's
basically...
it. First marker behind you. Keep going.
You know, you're basically holding your hand out in front of you. But I would suggest always doing these little training exercises because, especially flying the helicopter, can be very difficult until you get used to it. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, that'd be nice if I can get through this on the first try. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! Oh, I missed that one. I wonder if I can go back. Nope.
Fly through the next marker.
I gotta go back to get that one that I missed. If you are a person who gets motion sickness, you may want to turn this video off because you're gonna get sick.
Fly through the next marker.
So this lady keeps talking to you until you actually do what she tells you to do. And sometimes she can get a little annoying, but once you get into the actual missions, then she's not there chatting in your ear.
Fly through the
whole
next
time.
marker.
Yes, lady, I'm going to do it. She's like a backseat driver. Now, got to get the right height. I suppose I could slow down.
Fly through the next marker.
Going through. There we go.
You're halfway there. Well done.
Only halfway. You can slow down or speed up. You can go up, you can go down. Here comes the hard part, flying through the city.
Focus. You are entering the city. Now gently. No sudden moves.
Oopsie.
Suffered heavy losses.
Mission failed. Oops. Shame on me. Now they also have free flight. And you can test your abilities to fly. And you can do that in either one also. Well, let's do that. Let's do a free flight. And you can, if you buy, you can upgrade your weapons, your guns, your plane. Now here we are back on here, so let's see if I can do this. All right. And then you have the choice of different kinds of weapons here. Depending on what you're doing, you can choose different kinds of bombings. If you're going to bomb or if you're going to shoot things. And you look down here at this here, it'll tell you where the bad guys are and where you have to go. But this is free flight. I'm not sure if my enemies will be showing up here. But you can only fly to a certain area. It tells you out there the speed and the you know, the height. All right, so let's go back. This is just to get you used to flying. And there are some, see that orange, that's the wall. If you come too close to the wall, it'll pop up and then you have to change directions quickly without crashing. And see if you can return to the base and land it. I saw some buildings over here. Let's see if I can get down and shoot a few of these. There is, in part 3, after you do this and just fly around and get used to it, there is a section where you'll have missions, and you'll have either like cars and trucks on the ground, or tanks, or them just blasting you up into the air, at you into the air. You'll have helicopters and you'll have planes coming at you. So this is just basically a practice flying. So it's easy to fly when you're not trying to hit particular circles or guns or things. And let's go down low. There's a road here. You'll have the road, and there will be tanks and other vehicles flying. All right, let's see if I can. Nope, not that one. There we go. So let's exit mission, and we'll go back. And that was free flight. Here you have a ammo train, so you gotta destroy the ammo train, and you'll have helicopters and planes and tanks coming after you. Let's start. So it's a simulator, and you can skip the takeoff. You push that button, and then you got to make sure you put your flaps up. And it always goes to black. I wish they had you fly out there. And when you do, it goes
Alpha
to black.
Flight, here is your next mission briefing. Train transporting ammo can't reach its destination. You must take care of it. Enemy presence in the area is larger than expected. To earn more, destroy as many hostile units as possible before neutralizing the main objective. Watch your 6 and good luck.
Acknowledged.
All right, so there's the yellow down there. That's the cars I'm going to have to take out. And then the red were the helicopters and the planes. And watch your 6 evidently means to watch behind you. So I'm going to turn this plane around, try not to crash it, and find those the enemies. So if you fly lower, there's some up ahead. If you fly lower, it's harder for the helicopters and planes to get you. I can slow down a little. I think that's them down there. Yep.
Target destroyed.
Whoa! Almost hit the train. So it wasn't cars, it was a train. I've never seen the train before. It's always been cars. So let's go back down and try to blow up more of those trains. Now you can take the time out and try to hit the planes and the helicopters, and you'll get more money. And oh, too fast.
They got me.
Planes up ahead. Planes and helicopters. Oh, they're behind me. Dang it. Or you can just try to take out the train or the caravan of cars. It's really up to you. For more points, you take out the planes and the helicopters and then take out the train. But for this, I just want to show you how to take out the train and go on to the next mission. I lost track of where the train is. Come on, slow down. There it is, up ahead. Gotta make sure you don't hit the trees.
Target destroyed.
And you can fly under the bridges. So it's a really quite an interactive type of game where you have so many choices. can do so many things. So I'm staying away from the helicopters. But if you destroy the train first, then you don't have to worry about the helicopters. Up, 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 up. No! Oops.
Flight leader down.
Oh my. That's only a 2-star difficulty. But let's go to helicopter. Let's change the status of the helicopter. Change the status of the plane. So I will be in a helicopter. Let's go. Well, let's go training missions. Helicopter. Cannon practice. So flying the helicopter, I find...
Helicopters are great for eliminating ground targets and low-flying enemies like combat drones and other choppers. Now we will focus on the automatic targeting system and the cannon. Let's practice on approaching combat drones. Fly towards them. Automatic targeting system tracks the nearest enemy. Aim at the square in front of the target. Shoot with the right trigger on your controller when red sight icon appears on the square. Aim at the square in front of the target. Shoot with the right trigger when red sight icon appears.
Oh, they're down there.
I'm hit!
Ah! Come on, where are they? There they are.
Target locked. Now destroy remaining drones.
Get off me!
2 out of 4. Three out of 4.
Target locked.
I'm hit!
And they will blow you up. There they are.
Now
There we
destroy
go.
the approaching kamikaze drones before they reach their target.
Kamikaze drones? Seriously? Alright, there they are.
Target locked.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Turn, turn, turn. Oh, I hear it. I don't see it.
Target locked.
Ooh, almost had them. There we
Prepare
go.
for attack helicopters.
Oh.
Engage and eliminate hostile choppers.
All right. Where are they coming from? Looking at the map. Can't see anything yet. Where are they? Where are they? There they are.
Target locked.
Is there only one? There is only one. All right. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. I hit him, but I don't think I knocked him down.
Target locked.
Target going down.
Now let's try to mark targets manually. Deactivate automatic targeting system using a button in your cockpit, and mark targets by pressing the left trigger on your controller.
Okay, there's the button.
Now try to destroy the approaching enemy. Press the left trigger on your controller to mark the target. Keep it within the targeting circle. Locate the target.
Alright, where is he? There he is, way over there.
Locate the target.
Yes, lady, I'm trying to locate the target. There he is. There's two of them.
Target within the circle. Mark it by pressing the left trigger.
There he is. There it is.
Target locked. Line up the crosshairs and shoot on signal. Fire now.
Blast it!
So I got two of them to go up against.
They got me!
Not sure how they're shooting up in the air when they're below me. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Not doing a good job driving this thing. Looks like I need to go lower. Whoa! Up, up! Oh! Look at that. I landed. Luckily, I landed and I didn't crash. Come on, straighten out, straighten out. Let's go. Turn around. Now, flying a helicopter is extremely difficult. But once you get used to it,
Blast it!
once you get used to it, hit them.
I'm hit!
Man, it's not easy. Not easy. That one's smoking. Take her down a little, maybe?
Get off me!
It is really difficult in a helicopter. It's still fun, but until you get used to flying these suckers.
Target going down.
One down.
Good job. Now destroy remaining enemies. If you don't feel like targeting manually, turn on auto aim back again. Flares launched.
Oh, just missed them.
Blast it!
Auto. Let's turn the auto back on. All right. Where'd he go? There he is.
Target locked.
Target neutralized.
There we go.
Shooting tutorial complete. Great job.
Woo! That was quite the rush. And you do the same kind of thing in the plane. There's so many different tutorials to go through for helicopters and for the planes, and you do get to upgrade. Where's upgrades? You have different kinds of helicopters that get better and better and better and better. Different kinds of planes that get better and better. And it's like $30,000 for this plane. And I'm trying to see. I have 1.98 million, and it's 30 million. Here's 12.7 million for the helicopter, 25 million for the cannon. And then if you go, let's see, aircraft markers. So it's 20 million for this next upgrade of the plane here. Let's see, let's go up. 10 million here. So as you go through and finish all these different competitions, not competitions, but the different tutorials, you'll gain money, and gain money, and then you can move up to the next helicopter, which is like 15 million. And 3 weapon systems, transporting capacity. One of these tutorials, you had to find, shoot down the enemy, and then find one of your own guys, go down, pick him up off the top of a building, and fly him away to safety, which you had to land on an aircraft carrier. And that was so cool. So let's call this a game. This is the 3rd in the series, Warplanes Air Corp. I enjoyed all 3 of them. They're all basically the same idea, but in the World War I, you're hand dropping bombs, and you have like a biplane or single wing plane kind of thing. And then in World War II, you have bigger, better planes. You actually have buttons to push to drop bombs and shoot. And then this one, of course, you see you got helicopters and these really nice jets. So there are differences. I would start with the first one and move up to 2 and then move up to 3, just so that you can get used to playing it. And make sure you don't get airsick, because if you play too long, even somebody like myself can get a little bit airsick. Motion sickness. Even though I normally don't feel motion sickness, if you play for too long, you're flying around in the air, especially in the helicopters, where you're just spinning in circles, you can feel the motion sickness a little quicker than normal. So I was playing this game seated. That's your best bet. I don't know why you'd want to stand up for 30 minutes to an hour to play this. Seated is the best bet for you to play this. Your right arm, or whatever your main arm is, or your hand that you use, your dominant hand and arm, will get a little tired. After, because you're holding your hand out in air, and you're doing this and you're doing this. So your arm and your shoulder will get tired after a mission or 2, depending on how strong your shoulders and elbows and your hand is. Some people might be able to play for hours on end before they get tired. But for me, the old guy, 62, my arm is starting to hurt a little bit in the shoulder just from holding my hand out like this. Because that's what you're doing. You're holding your hand out in space. Now, if you had something to actually hold on to, I do have a uh, uh, aircraft handle, the yoke, but it's too short for this game, for these games. It's way down here, and it needs to be up here a little bit higher. But anyways, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a solid 8. It's really fun. It's really good. Um, the better you get at it, the more fun you're going to have, of course. And then you have to go through all the different tutorials. And then you have all these different missions, flying through the city at a really fast speed, like in the plane or the helicopter. You have to be really, you have to be really awake and good at it. But it is fun. You'll have missions where you're bombing buildings on the ground, and while they're shooting up at you, it is, and you're limited. Like in your planes, you might have only like 1 or 2 bombs, unless you upgrade. And if you upgrade, it'll cost you some cash, and you might be able to carry 3, 4 bombs. I'm not really sure how much it is, but um, yeah, it's a solid 8. It's a fun game. If you like flying planes, it's a flight simulator, sort of. It's not exact, but it's close enough for somebody who, like myself, who's never flown. Well, I actually have flown a plane, and I've been in a helicopter, but I've never flown a helicopter myself. I did fly a small, like a single engine plane with my ex father in law and my ex mother in law and my ex wife from a long time ago, back in the late 80s. Um, my father in law was a pilot for small planes, and I was sitting next to him. He goes, "Here, take control," and so I got to fly a plane for a few minutes. So that's the only experience I've had. So until then, until next time, thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. My name was Jeff. Please help me help you to help me bump up the algorithms, because that's all that matters in Facebook and YouTube, is how the algorithms see you. The more thumbs up we get, the better the algorithm will do for us. For instance, if I have 100 people watching this video, but only 3 of them give me a thumbs up, that's not going to help. But if, 75 or more of the 100 people who watch the video give me a thumbs up, that's really, really going to help me. Also, any comments? If you have any comments about tips and tricks and hints about how to play this game or any of my other games, please leave them in the comments, because the comments do help. And also, subscribing to YouTube doesn't cost a thing, and following me on Facebook does not cost you a thing. I will never, ever, ever ask you for money. I do not have sponsors. I do not make a penny making these videos. I do this just for the fun of it, and to help people like myself, my age, 50, 60, 70, 80s, to get a better, longer look at games. And then you can decide for yourself if you think you want to purchase it or not. So until next time, bye-bye.